You should be able to, as an individual contributor, as someone with skills, grow in your career, grow in your expertise, grow in your contributions while continuing being an individual contributor. It seems stunningly foolish to me that someone who's talented in their work, that is great at writing code, that has got great skill, that the only way they can be promoted is to stop doing that and start doing something you're just not that good at.
Today I'm joined by Richard Campbell, who is best known as one half of the team behind .NET Rocks podcast. So Richard, thank you for joining me today.
My pleasure, Yuli.
So today we're going to be chatting about how to have a great career in software development.
Yeah, I don't even know if I know anything about that,
well,
to be honest.
That's right. I'll just talk.
Yeah, it's such a subjective term. And I think that's part of the challenge when you think about a career is your own goals for a career are going to change as you progress through it.
Right.
So I can't give you correct answers because there's no such thing. You have to, this is leadership of your own life, and you've got to decide what mountain matters to you. I would, if I give you any advice, it's like, be aware, your goal will change. Like that's absolutely inevitable. The question is what actually motivates you, what inspires you, what feels like success, the things you create or the people you support? And it's not a straight line. Like I have also seen people who need to create things. Like that's the only way they feel supported, effective, useful, and need good leaders working with them to be successful at that. And then after time, that no longer inspires. That I've made the things I want to make. I know I can make these things. And actually the only thing that excites me is helping others make the things they've always wanted to make. Now you're growing into a leader. But there is this sort of idea that unless I stand in front of the crowd, unless I am, banging on the table and being the noisy one, I'm never going to progress. And I don't think that's true either.
Okay.
Some of the most effective leaders in an organization I've ever met write good documents. A really well-crafted document that inspires is, I think, 10 times more effective than any presentation I could do on stage.
Right.
You only get a power of my presentation on stage if you're there. Documents execute in parallel. You can have 100 people reading at the same time, being inspired simultaneously, and it persists. So don't presume that you have to be the dancing bear. There are many other ways to influence and inspire that don't involve that. But I only bring up the Word document perspective and so forth is to say, again, there isn't one right way through any career. There isn't one right way to be an influencer. There are other mediums that matter.
Yeah.
And so you've got to lean on the medium that resonates with you, that works more effectively, that inspires.
So what you're saying is if most people have a terrible fear of public speaking, they don't actually need to public speak.
No, don't presume it's a requirement. Now, I'm big on facing fear, but that only means you get up the first time, right? And your fear will diminish. The real question is, does it inspire you? The only reason that I'm so comfortable on stage now is that I've messed up so many times. I know it can't get as bad as something that's already happened, right? I've been through all of that. But I only kept going back because the effect it had on me was something I enjoyed, right? I am very pleased when I can communicate a story well that resonates with people, that I can see it on their faces, that they send tweets about it, that they ask me questions about it. That to me is delightful. I want more of that. But that is not everybody. And if I'm serving any purpose here, I'm helping to triage what you need to know next as a developer.
Absolutely, which is my next question.
Yeah.
So what do we need to know next? If you're a developer who's looking for the next thing to really dive deep on, that's going to be in a lot of demand in the next 5 years.
Time horizons are an interesting challenge, okay? Look, we are clearly at a turning point in web development between WebAssembly and progressive web apps. You need to take your existing set of skills and press against these new things and make new demands on what that should look like. When you start thinking on the 5-year time horizon, I'm looking for disruptions. So for me, the most stable part of the technological arc that's going on in the world right now is the smartphone. The smartphone has basically been the same since the iPhone shipped in 2007. It's a slab of black glass. It gets bigger, it gets smaller, it gets fewer cameras, more cameras, but it's essentially a slab of black glass. It has succeeded in changing civilization. The majority of adult humans on this planet now have this device. And it has now presented more information availability, more communication ability than ever before. Our world is different. You watch a Ugandan farmer with 2G on an old style cell phone, but still able to get accurate weather reports from it, deciding when to plant, guaranteeing a yield every year. His famines are over, right? That is a fundamental shift in society, right? And then there's Candy Crush, so not everything is smart.
Guys, thank you very much. Richard, thank you for spending this time with us.
My pleasure.
Cheers. So this was Ulysses and Richard from NDC and SSW TV. Thank you very much.